in the due diligence period, you kind of peel back the onion to understand why is it profitable. Like, yeah, we understand it made, X millions of dollars in the last 3 years, but why? And are there any,
hidden liabilities?
Is there sand, under the foundation,
Right.
And so we'll go through the documents and, as buyer counsel usually leads the due diligence in terms of requesting the documents, reviewing the documents, looking at the liabilities, making sure the assets that are being transferred are actually owned by the business that's transferring them.
Wow, okay.
It happens sometimes, They may have hired someone to create the app, and we look at the contract for the services, and that company in India still owns the app. That's very problematic. At that point in the due diligence, I'm gonna tell my client, if the app is important to the transaction, which it may or may not be, it could be the whole reason for the transaction, or it could be just, an extra.
Part of, right.
That could destroy the transaction at that point. And then there's other people you need to be involved in the due diligence depending on what you're buying. You want someone to look at the insurance. I don't dive into insurance. I tell them, use your insurance broker to look at this. And is the coverage that they had proper for the type of exposure they had for their operations, and what are the tail policies and stuff when we take over at closing. Okay. You definitely want your accountant or financial person, because we're not going to be diving into taxes. Legal's not going to do that. You want someone who understands numbers to be looking at the numbers to make sure the numbers make sense.
Right.
And then depending on the nature of the business, you may need an expert in whatever particular area to look at to see if the operations are, are solid.
In place. Yeah.